everyone, welcome to Vlogmas day 15. So today, as I said yesterday, is just a kind of chilled day and doing a bit of housework and making my stew. So as promised, from where a few of you keep asking, well, have asked, not keep asking, word to self better, Vicky. And where a few people have been asking how I do it, I have said in messages, but I don't think I'm making it very clear. So as I'm making a stew today to last me for 4 days, I thought I would bring you along and I would just show you how I make it. It's nothing difficult or anything, guys. It's basically a slow cooker and a frying pan just to fry off the meat and bits first, and a separate little saucepan for some potatoes to do the gravy, which I will show you. So yeah, I'll just turn you around and I will show you what I'm using. So in my stew I'll be using 2 packs of the diced beef just because it's already done. I did pick out the most leanest ones. So I got 2 packets of those, some petit pois frozen peas, a large onion, but I won't be using all of this. I'll probably just use half of this onion because it is quite a big onion. These carrots, these are what I've got left, so I'm just going to use them up. The large leek, 1 large leek. You can use as many as you want, but this is just for how much I'm going to be using. So a leek, some potatoes, some to go in the actual stew, and then some separate in a separate saucepan with some oxo gravy to add to the stew once it's done, just to thicken up the gravy. So in the slow cooker I will pop the stock pot and 2 beef oxo cubes, and I'll have 2 separate oxo cubes to boil the kettle with the potatoes in a separate saucepan and just leave those until the stew is almost done. And then when the stew is almost done, I will boil the potatoes so the water is basically reduced, and then just mash it all up with the oxo gravy inside the potatoes, and then just add those mashed up potatoes to the slow cooker and mix it in with the gravy so it just thickens it up. But I will show you, so I hope that makes sense. I will be using some fry light, doesn't matter which one, but I'm going to be using this one just to fry off my diced beef and my leek first. I found that this just makes it taste so much nicer. You can just throw it all in the slow cooker if you want, but I like to fry the leek and the diced beef first and then add it to the slow cooker. So yeah, this is everything I'll be using plus boiling water. And yeah, let's just get on. Once you've peeled, chopped and washed your potatoes, you want to set some aside in a separate saucepan, as I said, for your mashed gravy, as you will. So I'm just going to pop a few in there separately. I do my potatoes quite tiny just because of them going in the slow cooker, and so I know they cook through. I know they cook through a bit better, but it is entirely up to you. If you want to do chunkier potatoes, guys, then by all means you do that. So yeah, I'm just going to set that many. Can you even see? Just going to set that many aside, and I'll pop some oxo gravy in there in a moment. I'm just going to pop these ones in the slow cooker. So now the beef is fried off with the onions. I'm just going to pop this into the slow cooker, but I'm just going to do that off camera because it's a bit fiddly and it hasn't got the handle where I can just chuck. So yeah, I'm just going to add this into there and give it a little mix around. So I've just added my beef stock pot. I don't always add this, guys. I just had one left in the cupboard, so if I've got them I'll sometimes add them, but you can completely leave that out if you don't want to pop one in. The chicken one's nice in with this as well. I know they're completely different flavours, but just gives it that little extra, but as I say, I don't always pop them in. I've just crushed 2 OXO cubes and I'm just going to add boiling water, and then I will add it to this. If I need more water, I'll add more water, but I won't add no more OXO cubes. And then I'm also going to do the same for this, but without the beef stock. So I've crushed my OXO cubes ready for this one after this one. And then again, more kettle water, and I'll just pop it in there and I'll just leave that until I need to boil them later. So I've given this a mix around and melted in the stock pot. So all I'm going to do now is just pop the lid on and set it on high. I'm going to leave mine for about 8 hours. The higher the temperature, the longer the time, the better, guys. Yeah, so I'm going to pop it on high. I'm just going to literally leave this all day till this evening for when I want to eat it. I won't constantly keep lifting off the lid because that just lets in more moisture and stuff. It slows down the cooking time as well. So I will leave this for about 2 to 3 hours. I will stir it once. I'll lift the lid off, give it a quick stir, and then quickly pop the lid back on, and then I won't touch it then at all until later on this evening. I've got my potatoes in there. I'm just going to leave those until later on. So when this is about an hour due to be eaten, to be served up, what I'll do is I'll take the lid off, still leave it on high, just remove the lid and let all the steam, you know, all the moisture come out, so it, some of the water evaporates, just so it thickens up that little bit more. And then what I'll do is, when I'm leaving that lid off for an hour, I will boil these till the water is basically gone. When the water's pretty much gone, but there's still a little bit left, so you can mash it in with the potatoes. I'll mash it in with the potatoes, and then I'll just add this mixed potatoes to this and just give it a stir around so it thickens in with the gravy. But I will show you that later anyway, but that is what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this alone all day now. Yeah, that's pretty much it, apart from doing the potatoes, guys. So I'll come back a bit later. So I'm just going to lift the lid off of the slow cooker now, give it a little stir through, and I'm just going to literally leave the lid off now for the next hour, just so this can thicken up a little bit. And I will be boiling the potatoes till the water is near enough gone, so it's just literally covering the potatoes and a little bit in the bottom, and then mash them together. So yeah, I will come back in a minute when, well, a minute for you, when those are done, and when they are, I'll be adding them to this. So yeah, just gonna let that cook away a little bit longer for another hour now, and then it'll be all yummy to serve up, guys. I'm going to be having mine with my healthy extra B of Kingsmill no crust bread, so I'm going to have 3 slices of that for my healthy extra B today to go with this. Yeah, so this is about how thick, well, how much I like to reduce the water down by. So it's pretty much gone, but still enough in there to make it mush around. The technical terms of me, guys, is just amazing. So what I'm going to do is, obviously I'll do this all properly off camera because I can't do it one-handed. I'm just going to give all these a mash all together, and just mix it all around, combine it all, and then once that's done, I'm just going to add it to this. And as you can see, this has thickened up a little bit more now as well. With the lid being lifted off, it really does help, guys. So yeah, I'm just going to mash those potatoes and then add them to this and then mix it around. So this is what it looks like after you've put the potatoes in. It just really helps thicken it up, because when you use oxo gravy, guys, I'm sure we all know, it's just so watery. But doing it like this is the best way I've found that really helps make it nice and thick. Leaving the lid off for an hour beforehand really helps as well, and then the potatoes just make it that much little bit better. So yeah, if you haven't tried this, guys, I recommend it. It tastes so yummy. It is, you won't be disappointed. But yeah, so I'm just going to leave this to set now, just for like 5 minutes or so, and then yeah, I will serve up. And there you have it, guys. So this is my sin-free, Slimming World friendly stew, beef stew. It's literally got everything in here, guys. You got your meat, your veg, potatoes, your gravy. Oh, it's so yummy, filling and warming, especially on these winter nights. It is just lovely. And especially when you can batch cook, so you just know you can pull it out of the fridge and pop it in the microwave, and you've got a good sin-free, filling, hearty meal. I love this. This is definitely my favourite meal, and I just love that I can have this on Slimming World. It is delicious. So yeah, I've got a big nifty old bowl there full. I'm so hungry. I've been waiting for this all day, and the smell is just lovely. My house just smells of stew. It smells divine. Yeah, and I'll be having mine with my 3 slices of Kingsmill no crust bread for my healthy extra B. So yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy this. It is so divine. So I hope this video was helpful for you and explains a little better on how I do my stew. If you try it, do let me know, and if you make it, tag me on Instagram and show me your pictures. I'd love to see your creations of this stew. For a sin-free meal, guys, it doesn't get any better. It's just perfect, as I say. Sin-free, hearty, filling, warming, comfort food, and especially with your bread as well. Oh, it's lovely. So yeah, I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it this way. I'm pretty sure you probably had a stew, but if you haven't tried this version, guys, then please do. And yeah, as I say, let me know on Instagram if you do, and just tag me in all your pictures, because I'd love to see. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go and stuff my face with my stew. I'm waiting literally all day. I had it cooking for just over 8 hours in the end. Because got a little bit distracted on my laptop editing this video, part of it. So yeah, I think it was on for between 8 and 9 hours. Not much difference, but the earlier you can get it on, guys, the better if you want to eat it earlier. But I wouldn't have it any less than 8 hours on high. It just makes it all perfect. All the flavours just come out better, and it's definitely cooked then as well. It's just nice. It just gives it the perfect time for it to have the good flavour. I'm speaking from experience here, guys. So yeah, I don't recommend any less than 8 hours on a high heat. It won't burn, don't worry, guys. I do mine like that all the time. Oh, my glasses are steaming up because the kitchen's warm. So yeah, I'm going to go now. As I said, I'm going to go and eat this. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow for another Vlogmas. Take care. Love you all bunches. I'll see you all tomorrow.